15-year-old snotty Percival lives a quiet life with his grandfather, unaware that his fate is tied to a dark force that could change the world. After a strange meal of cursed beasts, Percival and his grandfather sparred to warm up, only for Varghese to realize the boy's power had grown beyond expectation. Varghese suddenly remembers Percival turns 16 tomorrow, marking his passage into adulthood. Percival, meanwhile, hilariously forgets his own age. Varghese excitedly shares tales of the strange world beyond twisting towers, phantom ships crewed by knights, hellish caves, cursed lakes with evil princesses, and forests like endless mazes. Percival is now crazily drooling, but not about the adventure, but over some skyfish. In the quiet of night, Percival slipped outside. The stories Varghese shared echoed in his mind, yet he held back his wish to stay close to his grandfather. At dawn, his eyes caught sight of a knight sailing aboard a mysterious phantom ship. The man introduced himself as an old friend of Varghese, searching for him. Percival pointed to their house without hesitation, but as the night passed, an unexplainable chill ran through Percival. Brushing it off, he explored the ship with curiosity, until doubt crept in, and he hurried back home to check on his grandfather. Varghese was caught off guard by an attack. The knight and Varghese exchanged blows, but the knight managed to cut through him. Percival arrived just in time to witness the scene. Percival fought the knight with all his strength, but it proved useless. Varghese held the knight back and told Percival to run, but both were struck by fatal blows from the enemy. Varghese, weakened, asked why Ironside waited until now to take his life. Ironside revealed a prophecy foretelling the fall of King Arthur at the hands of the four knights of the apocalypse. To prevent it, they were ordered to eliminate anyone who could become one of them. But even his son Percival was no exception. Percival approached Varghese and quietly asked for forgiveness, blaming himself for everything, even for pretending he didn't want to leave. Varghese, with fading strength, admitted he too had lied, wishing only for Percival to stay with him. He then revealed the truth. Ironside was his son and Percival's father. If Percival wished to understand more, he would have to find him. With those final words, Varghese passed away. With a heavy heart, Percival buried his grandfather and quietly slipped back into his usual routine. One day he noticed a gift left behind, a neatly folded set of travel clothes prepared by Varghese. After many days of silence, Percival finally set off on his journey, only to trip over his own cape on the first step. After a 2-day of travel, Percival finally saw the land beneath the clouds, Britannia. In his awe, he forgot to hold on to the rocks, and ended up falling straight down. Not the safest route, but definitely the fastest. Percival encountered a pink creature and tried to strike up a conversation, but it quickly lost interest. Soon after, he came across the Cat Street Troupe, a group of street performers who used magic for their act. Their leader, Donnie, was lazily complaining about rehearsing without an audience, until a single clap echoed from where Percival stood. The naive Percival eagerly handed over his belongings, believing Donnie would show him real magic. But it was a trick. Donnie run, leaving Percival suspended in midair. Percival caught up to them with just a simple run, surprising the troupe. Caught off guard, Donnie sheepishly returned his belongings. After hearing that Percival was searching for his father, the man who killed his grandfather, they let him tag along to the village as a way to make up for tricking him. Donnie insisted that Percival had to prove his worth with a performance to earn a spot in the troupe. Percival took an arrow aimed at an apple, but it curved around and landed right in Donnie's hair, leaving everyone speechless. Along the way, the troupe learned that Percival came from a family of knights. Before reaching the village, they were met by panicked villagers asking for help from the knights. Confident, Donnie brushed it off as just a wolf, until they saw the creature up close. Donnie quickly turned the carriage around to escape, but Percival jumped in to help, only for his arrow to fire backward again. He was nearly struck down, but Donnie arrived just in time to save him. Enraged, Percival stopped the wolf's attack and, with his bare hands, landed a powerful slap that took down the monster. On its tail was a strange, suspicious mark. Watching from afar were the pink creature and a knight in black armor. While everyone in the village is busy after the fox was taken down, Elva brought Percival to the nearby lake to wash up for the victory party to be thrown by the villagers. The conversation goes on with Percival leaning on some soft bare mountains. What a lucky fella. She emerged from the water, continuing the conversation about holy knights and magic, while Percival tried his best to focus on the topic, of course. What a distracting view for Percival. Percival sipped his drink cheerfully until the topic shifted to age. Everyone was surprised to learn he was already 16, considered an adult. But no one was more stunned than Elva, who had just bathed with him earlier. Percival took the chance to ask around about the Red Knight, his father, but none of the villagers knew him. Suddenly, a black knight appeared, floating in midair. He recognized Percival as Ironside's son, surprised he was still alive. When one of Percival's friends tried to step in, the knight struck back, leaving him with a swollen cheek. The Black Knight introduced himself as Pelagard, a fellow of both Ironside and Varghese. He offered Percival a deal: defeat him in battle, and he would reveal Ironside's whereabouts. Otherwise, Percival must go with him. With nothing but his fists, Percival launched a flurry of attacks, but Pelagard effortlessly counterattacked, and in the midst of Percival's barrage of attacks, he caught him in midair. Pelagard demanded that Percival fight using magic, but Percival had none. Disappointed that Ironside's son lacked magical ability, the knight still insisted he surrender and train under him, saying he admired strong individuals. He struck Percival hard, but Percival refused to give in. Donnie tried to step in, but was held back by Elva. Then, with a defiant shout from the kid declaring that Percival wouldn't lose, something deep within Percival awakened. He was able to push Pelagard away, and on his hands shining an overflowing magic.
If you've enjoyed this so far, drop down below and show us some love by liking, subscribe and sharing. Next chapter will come out soon enough if not already, but for the meantime, check out our other videos on the screen. I highly recommend The Daily Life of the Immortal King. The link is in the comments section below. Thank you for watching until the end. Subscribe for more videos like this.